Did it have a much more negative effect on your life in the past? You feel like you're in a good place right now? You don't want to stop? How often do you do it on average?
So last month, I guess I did it 8 times. Gotta have it, gotta get it, gotta do it. I decided not to be that person.
You should stop today, and then we'll interview you in a year.
In a year, and then in 24 months.
Yeah, and then see where you're at.
We're gonna try that. We're gonna start today.
Yeah.
We're gonna stop today.
Hello, I'm Andrew Hales. Welcome to another edition of Chatting With. Today I'm here with Don Jones. He's been a functioning meth user for the last 10 years. Thanks for being here.
All right, thank you.
When's the last time?
About 3 days ago.
What made you start doing it?
Why did I start doing it? When I started doing it, I guess others was doing it, and others were doing it.
You don't want to stop?
I mean, it feels good. It's great. It's just a great feeling. You know what you it is. It is a
It
great
feels
feeling.
good.
Yeah, but you know, sometimes the auditory illusions. Sometimes you think someone says something. What you say? I didn't say nothing. What you say?
Yeah.
You know, I know you said that. Did you hear that? And the more you use it, the longer you stay awake, the more that you hear those things.
Yeah.
And then when I did my little research, I noticed that a lot of the chemicals that's in it is in the mental health medicines. And
right.
Yeah, a lot of mental health medicines. Yeah.
Yeah, you might be self-medicating for ADD.
Right. That's possible. So I want to transition to that maybe.
Okay.
I mean, because you know, it can keep. I remember when I did use the mental health medicines, it kept the cravings away. I had no cravings, none, zero. The whole time I used the medicine.
Oh, so wait, you don't remember the name of the medicine?
I don't. Yeah, it was the one that came out, the main one, the APRIOZOLE. You know, they had the Abilify type. The Abilify was one of them. Yeah, Abilify is one of them.
All right.
It's that brand. I had no cravings.
Why'd you go off it?
I still used it. Made me it maximized my mood swings, and I would be hard to deal with. If I'm angry, I'm angry. If I'm sad, I'm sad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it would mess up the whole day.
Wait, Abilify made your mood swings worse?
It made my mood swings worse. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it did.
But you're planning on getting more treatment though soon.
I plan to maybe switch up. I know people who take Ritalin, and they stop smoking crack. And I never thought Ritalin will make a person stop smoking crack. You know what I'm saying?
How often do you do it on average?
So last month, I guess I did it 8 times, which is maybe 2 or 3 days for each.
All right.
Yeah.
2 or 3 days, like you stay up the whole time?
Oh, no. I learned my lesson from that because it makes your brain go away.
Yeah.
And so if you stay up, you get irritable. You start audio illusions maybe, and visual illusions. Those things get to happening after the 3rd day. I learned that a long time ago.
Okay, so you only take a little bit when you do it now.
I do about a G. Yeah, I do a G. I try to stretch it out as long as I can.
You have a job now. What do you do?
I'm customer service online.
Is that every day?
I do it every day, yeah.
What are the worst side effects about the habit?
Oh, the worst side effects is, I'm gonna say it's the illusion. Sometimes you could have jealousy, psychosis. I looked it up because when I was doing the time, I was really trying to quit. I looked up all the stuff so I could work that out, you know.
Jealousy, psychosis.
Yeah, you think somebody being with your woman, somebody trying to look at your woman wrong, or you always in somebody's face, hey, get away from my woman, you know, that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then really, that's not who I am. I trust her, but but I get jealous, so.
Yeah, but it's like irrational jealousy.
It's irrational, yeah, like, and it's something that's just impossible half the time, you know, because you see things, just like just like the illusions, and the audio illusions. I guess your brain will work out a whole scenario for you, you know.
Right.
It's nothing that could possibly be true, but you believe it through the whole time until you go to sleep.
Yeah.
When you wake up, you're back to normal again.
Is there like a hangover or anything?
No.
Like you feel fine after doing it?
I mean, I sleep. I know how to make it go away after you finish using it. You can make it go away. What I'm saying is, like you said, there's a hangover after alcohol. And with cocaine, it's I guess you have a jonesing for more. But with I always go to sleep afterwards, so you crash. I guess the crashing is because you crash. You sleep hard, you sleep long.
Like 15 hours or something?
Yeah, well, I've never slept that long, but but I'm always on the go. I'm always on the move.
Did it have a much more negative effect on your life in the past?
It has, but both my parents was users, so
Okay, wow.
they did cocaine and crack, and so they experienced. I experienced, the childhood, the effects that crack cocaine had on the community, and yeah, they kind of like it. They did it. Everybody else was doing it, so I said I'm gonna do it too. I guess your character traits changes over time.
Okay.
Yeah.
You feel like it's changed your personality?
Yeah, it changed the personality. Yeah, yeah. A lot of people I've seen go from the nice, bubbly, happy person to a grumpy, mean. Gotta have it, gotta get it, gotta do it. I decided not to be that person. I always gotta go get it, gotta go get it. I use. Okay, I know I use. My people know I use. So I function. I keep working. I keep doing things, buying things.
Yeah.
Going places, taking trips. It's important to do that. I believe to be normal, to want to be normal, actively be normal.
When was the worst it ever got? Like, were you on the streets ever?
Oh yeah. I've been on the streets. I've been on the streets a few years, about 10 years ago, I guess. About 15 years ago. Yeah, I was on the streets, and I left my baby mama and came back to Nashville, and stayed at the mission for a while. Left the mission, and I went up to this little thing where I got my place, got all this going, and then I started hanging around with people from the streets, and I don't blame nobody. I made all my own decisions. Did it all myself, hold myself accountable. And I think that's one thing we got to do, even as users, because when we don't hold ourselves accountable, we stay stuck in that. But once we look at ourselves and say, hey, I did this, it's my fault, then you get that clarity, you get that solution. And you move forward, move past it, and you don't have the same issue. I know people who spend up their whole paycheck every single week, or every single pay period. And I did that one time, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I learned from that.
Yeah.
And I don't do it anymore. And so I think I held myself accountable. I said, it's my fault. I did it. I wouldn't go home that night. I was staying with my sister. I wouldn't go home that night. And my sister had to come looking for me. She found me, got me home, and we talked about it, and, she just still loved me. I think family support, even whether you're using or trying to stop using or whatever, family support is important.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely important.
What's your 5-year plan?
Oh, well, okay, so, I'm in the work from home industry arena, so I want to stay working from home, but I want more ownership. I want more control. I want to make it where everybody who has affordable access to the internet. That's why I've been doing it for the last few years until I started doing this right here, tax season, So I started doing that. But
right, you've been in customer service for TurboTax or whatever.
Yeah, TurboTax. Yeah. So tax season's over with now, and so right now I'm just on the website. There's a few websites out there that does well, that pays me.
It's just, I keep forgetting it. Just Answer. Just Answer. Okay.
Yeah, Just Answer.
On the days that you do use it, is it to get work done?
No.
Or is this for fun usually?
Usually for fun, yeah. Because I could do work without it. You know? And I usually do work without it. I do well whatever, because I'm mindful of what I'm doing,
Yeah.
And so when you're mindful, you kind of pay attention to everything that you're doing, and whether you're using or not, whether you feel good or not. I never experienced those symptoms where you don't feel good, you feel horrible, you can't work. I never felt those ways, but I've seen a lot of people who do.
Yeah.
And sometimes people don't go to work. And they should just go to work. All you have to do is get up and go to work. Everything in your life will work out if you get up and do what you're supposed to do.
No doubt.
Yeah, you just gotta want to work.
What do you usually, you like watch movies? What do you usually do?
Oh, me,
when you smoke?
Smoke. Smoke. Yeah, like I don't do a whole lot, so I smoke, and
So yeah, just whatever.
Whatever. Yeah, play on the phone.
Yeah.
Might write on my book. I've been writing forever.
What was like the longest streak you've gone of doing it every day?
6 days.
Oh, all right.
That was horrible, man. That's a lot of lessons from that time period.
Yeah.
Things didn't come out right.
Your mind started to...
Ended up having to move.
Oh.
I ended up having to fight for my woman back.
Yeah.
You know, I lost. I had my job, kept my job, but I lost friends. You know, and I don't know what they're doing now.
Wait, and you were able to sleep during that 6-day bender?
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. That's the only time 6 days is the longest I've stayed up.
Okay.
Doing it. And yeah, it was horrible.
Oh.
Yeah, it was the worst feelings ever.
Yeah.
But just doing it today, I guess about 6 days. Yeah, about 6 days. Yeah, the same. But sleeping during that time is a lot different. You know, it's a lot different. You learn that you don't have to do all this stuff at one time. You know, you can wait. You can do it because you do want to do everything right. So you start to learn different methods. A few days and then a few more days and then they say, you know, I 21 days straight without using. You know, and I've learned that that doing it that way, I've learned to consume less at a time. You know, the CDC says something like 40% of Americans use, and of what I know, I'm gonna say it's about 50, maybe 55%.
Well, yeah, it's probably 80%.
Probably 80%.
If we're considering all things.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
Did you ever sell it or anything?
No.
What's how much does it cost usually? I guess how much is it? How much is the habit? Yeah.
The habit it's inexpensive in Nashville. And nobody here really is doing it, but like 12 people. I'm just happy to be one of them, you know.
So it's super cheap.
It's really cheap, yeah, it's really cheap. And
like it may be like $10 a week or something.
About $40, $50 a week if you want to, yeah.
Okay. What's it feel like?
It's a rush. It's a rush. It's a rush in the. I know it's chemical dependency. It's a rush here, and it's a rush in your head. It's a brain change. I can tell you the science behind it, but because of what I've learned from, YouTube.
Yeah, rush is like dopamine and all that.
Yeah. So that's what the rush. That's what the rush is. But it doesn't destroy your brain cells. It only deads it. It only makes it dormant and this stuff. Because in 24 months, if a person who doesn't use 24 months, their brain turns back to normal. It functions normal.
Really?
In 24 months, yeah. Which I've never been clean that long. So,
are you sure?
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
I mean, that's what they tell us. That's what the science tells us. You know, that's what the people tell us. You know, who study people.
Yeah.
I would like to see. I would like to find out, because
Yeah.
Because when you lose stuff and come back, it comes back stronger, right?
You should stop today, and then we'll interview you in a year.
In a year, and then in 24 months.
Okay. Yeah, and then see where you're at.
We're gonna try that. We're gonna start today.
Yeah.
We're gonna stop today.
What?
But
before that, how long were you doing crack?
I did cocaine for about 10 years. Yeah, about 10 years.
Okay.
Yeah, it became a drag on your life.
Did that have a worse impact on your life?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
It kept you homeless. It kept you always in need. It was a daily thing. You had to have it daily. You know what I'm saying?
Much more expensive.
Yeah. And it's just the effect wasn't even worth it.
Right.
So once a person quits, it wasn't worth the effect. It was like, why was I thinking?
It was like, well, it only lasts like 30 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Do you feel like overall it's had a positive or negative effect on your life? I'm not gonna say it's a positive effect, because
those mood swings, they're negative. Yeah. Because you could say and do things differently than you do when you're angry or when you're sad or when you're happy all day, just happy, just getting on people's nerves. So happy you get on everybody's nerves, Yeah. You've been like kind of like too up that you freak people out. I don't know. I assume I have. I'm assuming. So if I feel like I can feel it on my facial expression, I don't go outside. I won't go around people. I won't do too much in a day. But if I do too much, it will be at night, of course. But it won't be when I can move around. I'm not gonna. So I won't know. But sometimes I feel like, but that could be just part of one of the effects of paranoia. So I could be like thinking they looking at me and they ain't.
Yeah.
They watching me. The police.
You feel like you're in a good place right now?
Yeah. I have been for a while.
Yeah, you kind of have your habit controlled.
Yeah, for the most part. Yeah, I mean, it's been times, still times, but I don't go around those people anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go around those people. So when I see them, we'll hang for a minute. Yeah, it's not the same.
Do you feel like your drug use is a result of mental health and trauma, or like you're just choosing to?
I chose to use. I chose to initially use. It wasn't because of trauma, it was because I wanted to fit in. I wanted to be like everybody else. Why did I keep on using? After cocaine, I picked up something else, even stronger, even harder. I wanted to party.
So it's just pretty much boredom.
Yeah, for me, but a lot of people say it's trauma to them. They've had trauma, and I've had trauma. I was one of those little kids that always crying. Everybody on the first day of school, everybody had a homeroom. I had a guidance counselor. I went straight to the guidance counselor first day of school every school year.
Wow.
So I think I probably had trauma, didn't know it, and maybe I'm going to find out later. But it's just trauma the whole time. Who knew?
In my last interview, you talked about ketamine bringing up repressed memories. So I don't know.
Well.
Have you done psychedelics?
Yeah.
Like mushrooms and stuff?
Well, not mushrooms. I just did DMT.
Oh, what's that like?
It's different. It's different. I don't know.
Well, I hear it only lasts like a minute or something.
Yeah, a few minutes. Yeah, it was like 15 minutes. For me, it was about 9 minutes.
Did you talk to aliens and stuff?
I didn't. So everything that was around me just transformed to something else. But they were still there. So if you focus really, really hard, you can still see that they were there. So I started putting it on my weed and stuff, and I wouldn't advise that.
You don't advise DMT?
I would advise DMT, but don't put it on your weed, because you do.
Okay.
Yeah, because you do weed every day, all the time, and you don't want to do DMT all the time. So, yeah.
Well, I think I've covered everything. Any last words? What do you want to tell the world, or to leave everyone off with? Yeah.
I remember back in 1984, there was when the crack epidemic hit. It hit at one time, and it became an epidemic because the news said it was an epidemic. Because the news said it was an epidemic because the White House said it was an epidemic, and they put a war on drugs right after that. But it happened so fast, and so everybody knows about the Iran-Contra hearings and the Afghanistan-Russian war. We won't go into that, but it's a fact that the law enforcement was directed to turn a blind eye to people who were. I got this straight from YouTube. I got this from the infographic show. I got it from the infographic show. And, but I was always suspected that, and I was always telling people about the reason that the community looks like this is because they put it, and you say they, they think you're crazy. People think you're crazy, but start saying they did. Who is they?
Yeah.
Who is they? They are. They is. But they would they put crack cocaine in the community to undermine the head of the household. We all know why they did it, how they did it, but the fact is that they did, and they should be held accountable. FBI, CIA, all of them should be held accountable.
Well, thank you so much for being here.
Oh man, thank you for having me. Man.
Yeah, we'll see where you're at in a year.
All right, it'll be awesome.
Let us know what you think about all this in the comments, and I'll see you next week.